What's up, everybody? You're listening to another episode of the SignatureCAST, where we talk bodybuilding, business, and everything in between. Today, I am joined by two very special guests, one new member and one longtime member, Jason Padilla and his daughter, Sophia, the New Jersey softball superstar. How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Jason, you feeling good?
Feeling great, yeah.
I'm super excited. I love when I can get the youth on the podcast. I've seen your dad here for years, crushing it. But now I heard you were training here at Signature Fitness with Melody, correct?
Yes.
How's that going?
It's been going really well. You know, she pushes me a lot, which is good because you have to be prepared for softball, and it just helps me be a better person.
So now, Dad, when Sophia was growing up, was she into multiple sports, or was this just the one that stuck right away?
She was doing cheerleading.
Okay.
We were trying to put her into anything, but since she was young, she always just gravitated towards softball. So that's what stuck, and that's what we went, all out for. That's what she was really interested in.
I love it. Now, Sophia, so you did cheerleading and a couple other things. What made softball be the sport for you?
Well, once I started, I honestly just always had fun with it. And cheerleading, I wasn't really feeling it that much. But once I started softball, I was like, this is the sport that I want to do.
I love it. So basically what we're saying is full ride scholarship, right, Dad? NCAA.
You know what?
Come on, we got to set the bar high.
That would be great, but right now we're just enjoying the ride.
I love it.
We're just enjoying the ride. Come what may.
I love it. So now, currently, what club are you playing for?
I play for Lady Ironbirds.
Okay, and so that's like because I know growing up for me, I played soccer for like 10 years. I only did like the rec league. So is this like a like a club, like private league type thing, and then you still play for like your school, like come fall?
Yes.
Okay, very cool, very cool. All right, so now 14, training at Signature Fitness with Melody, right? Melody, shout out to her, one of our newer but also super energetic trainers. How have things been with that? Has she been kicking your butt, making you do burpees and jumps and backflips and all those things?
Yes, I've been so sore. Like 3 days right after the workouts, they've been really tough, but they're really good.
That's awesome. So what you're saying is we have to get Dad in on one of those sessions, right? And make him
Yes.
do all those. Yeah? Okay. All right. I'll talk to Melody. I'll make that happen. But now, how do you like, finally, I'm sure that you've trained a little bit before, but really getting more into the weights and the gym and all that type of stuff?
I honestly love it. I feel like it's such a positive impact because if you're having like such a tough day and then you go to the gym, it just makes you forget about whatever you were upset about. And I feel like it's really helping with softball too, to get me prepared to be faster on the field, be able to put power behind throws and swings.
Well, I couldn't have said it any better myself. Dad, how did you get such a well-spoken and, come on, someone set a good example, loves the gym already?
Yeah, I couldn't be more happy with it. Honestly, I couldn't. She's a great kid, and yeah, she's very focused. Unlike I was. It took me a while to get there. I just overexposed her to it.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I exposed her to it. I introduced her to it, and thankfully, I never had to pull her arm to get it done. Like she wants to do it now.
Yeah, a good friend of mine, my realtor, and also he's a coach of Verona football, Manj Singh. His daughter just started training with him too, and he was like, "Oh, she makes me go now."
Yeah,
I'm like, "Oh,
yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
exactly.
That's
Exactly.
great." So, is there, other than softball, Sophia, is there any interest you have? Like, do you play music? Do you any of those types of things, or is like softball just like your thing?
It's pretty much just my thing.
Yeah.
I do it all the time.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. So you're 14. You're a freshman now in high school. Or going to be a freshman?
I'm going to be a freshman.
Going to the big high school. Excited, nervous?
I'm really nervous, but I hope it's going to be a good year.
And what town are you in?
Belleville.
Oh, so you're in. Oh, so love it. Local Belleville. That's going to be great. I'm sure you're going to absolutely crush it. Really excited for you. But so when I get people, especially young, on the SignatureCAST, I kind of want to talk a little bit more about a little bit about your upbringing, like your morals, your values, and how fitness is starting to shape those things. So obviously, you're a young lady, 14 years old. The world now is crazy, right? We have social media. We have just all, like, compared to when I grew up and your dad grew up, it's a totally different place. How do you feel fitness will keep you on the straight and narrow and staying focused and motivated towards your goals?
Well, I feel like fitness, it really just helps you feel more like better about yourself because honestly, like you see a lot of things online, but if you like work out and go towards your dreams, it just makes you feel better about yourself.
You should just do this podcast alone. I'm telling you. Now, Dad, you've been a member of Signature Fitness for how long now?
Good 15 years now.
15 years,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so how has fitness in your own life, played a role?
Well, when I started, like most people, I started from a place where I just wasn't happy, with the way I looked and, the way I felt. I've had bodybuilders in my family.
Oh, very cool.
So it was always kind of around, but it took me some years to really get into it. And once I started getting into it, and once I started, setting goals for myself, hitting those goals, it honestly gave me confidence to branch out. Like, what else could I do now?
Mm-hmm.
What else could I conquer now if I, push myself and start? Like, when I first started coming to this gym, I was part of the 5 a.m. crew.
Oh, nice.
I was
very nice.
I was getting here at 5 a.m. Yeah. But life changes, situation changes,
Sure.
and I get here at night now, and despite the crowds, everybody here is so cool.
Yeah.
It could be so crowded in here, but this is a real family environment, and everybody works together. Like, if you want to work in, they'll let you work in, and everybody's just so cool, and it really helps. Like, I look forward to coming in and seeing everybody every day, chopping it up, and what are you working on today? I'm doing this. Are you looking good? I'm looking. It's real. It's a real positive environment.
Yeah, it's
And
definitely. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm sorry, and it just once you accomplish goals like that, it motivates you to see what else you can do, what else you could accomplish in life.
100%. I say all the time too. Like, I've been to now gyms all around the world, and there are some places that are much bigger than us. There are some places that have fancier equipment than us, but I haven't found a single place. I've been to hundreds of gyms that have the same feel, right? That environment. Like, when you're here at night, especially, and it's packed, it's almost like people want to come because it's packed, right? You go to like an LA Fitness or like one of those big box gyms, it's packed, and you're just annoyed because you can't get on machines, and everybody's bugging you. But here, it's the exact opposite. No. You're like the energy, the excitement, the enthusiasm pushes you and makes you go harder. So I absolutely love that, and I hope that will rub off on some of your teammates come this fall. We got to get more of them in here. Like, we just had the entire Verona football team in, so maybe I have to have the whole softball team come in and get a workout in. We got to talk to Belleville, make that happen. But all right, so back to softball. What position do you play?
I play outfield, which is like left field, right field, center field. I can play pretty much anything. And
any other like positions you maybe would like to move to, or like working on some skills?
Well, on my new team that I'm joining, like Lady Ironbirds, they're going to play me at second base.
Okay.
So I'm excited to get training there for that, because I honestly like the change and like not playing outfield all the time. Mm-hmm. So I think it'll be pretty cool. And
how are we doing at hitting? And if you hitting right now, and have you ever had the thought of being pitcher or anything like that, or like, nah, not really?
Well, my hitting has been going pretty well right now. Okay. I've hit 5 home runs in about 2 years.
Okay, I like it.
And I've had the record for my old team, like personal, like not personal, but I've had a record for the most home runs on my old team.
All right.
Which is pretty cool. And I've tried pitching when I was in rec, when I was about like 9 or 10, but it never really worked out. Yeah. But it was a good try. Is
there any, and this is just me not knowing as much, is there any like specific physical attributes that certain, like for example, I didn't play football, but I know a football, a lineman needs to be like the big guy, right? Do pitchers or catchers or like hitters have like taller or shorter or anything like that? Or is there anything?
Well, I know that catchers have to have a super strong arm, and they're usually tall, on the taller side.
Oh, to be able to throw to second base and that type of stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I kind of noticed that like the infielders are not short, but they're like on the shorter side, not as tall as the catchers, and the pitchers are also tall and strong.
Usually tall, right? Yeah, because they have that big, huge lever arm and all that type of stuff. Very cool. So I know it's a ways away, but trust me, and Dad knows this, 4 years goes by like this.
Oh, blink. Just
right?
In the blink of an eye.
Right? You just said you've been a member for 15 years, so that means you remember the year before she was born.
Yeah.
Right?
She was coming here when I had to put her in the
daycare?
In the daycare.
I love it. I love it. So basically homegrown in Signature Fitness. This is great. Now, 4 years will go by very fast, and I'm gonna challenge you to this. Thoughts? Do you want to go to college? What would you want to study? Are you now we're talking more about the school side of things. Is there anything that really interests you right now?
Well, I do want to go to college because I think that it'll be great for my future. And I want to try and maybe be a fitness trainer or a softball coach, trying to study that. And so I also want to play softball college.
So what I would tell you is from my own personal background. So I went to the University of Massachusetts. I studied public health with a concentration in kinesiology, which is exercise science. And because I had the same thoughts, right? So I did track and field in high school. I was big into shot put and all that type of stuff, and I really wanted to be an athletic trainer. And then I was like, no, I think I want to study the science part of things. What I would tell you is fitness will always be there. Learn the business side of things. I'm trying to change your mind a little bit here, because
good advice.
You can always get your certifications. You can always come to the gym. You can learn the vast knowledge of fitness online that's free is incredible. And meeting people like myself, Melody, other people at the gym, right? You can learn so much. But what I wish I had done, and that's why I always want to tell people who say a similar thing like I did when I was younger, is think about learning the business. Go to school for business. Go to school for, well, nobody wants to do, what's the numbers thing? Not financing, accounting. Forget accounting. Nobody wants to do that. But learning things like finance, like business, trust me, will help you tenfold. So then when you want to, let's say, start your own personal training business or be a coach or the head of a league or any of those types of things, you'll have a lot more knowledge and you'll be way more ahead of the game than everybody else, right? So business leader right here. No, it's great. That's absolutely awesome. I love when people want to stay in the fitness industry because it is one of the best ones, and especially if you stay on the positive side of it, it's one of the best things for you. Now, first, because we're going to wrap things up in about 5-10 minutes, I'm just so happy to see someone young like yourself stepping up to the plate. See what I did there? And getting on a podcast. And you were a little nervous, but you were doing a wonderful job. So let's start. I usually do this at the end, but I want to do this right in the middle. For any young ladies out there who maybe are 10, 12, 13, who are interested in softball, what do you think the first steps should be that they should do to move and become a better player?
Well, I would say to maybe examine the game, watch some games that have probably are going on right now or past games with plays. And I would honestly just go for it because it's honestly just a great sport. Even if you're starting it late, it might be great because I honestly just loved it when I started it really young. And I would honestly just study the game. And
And then, Dad, for parents out there whose kids are starting to come, in those teenage years, and maybe they're not as active because, once again, us growing up, for me, my bike was my biggest asset. My mom was begging I could come back home, right? But nowadays, everybody's stuck on the phones, on the computers. They don't want to get outside. Some tips for the parents out there to, I don't want to say push, but encourage their kids to live a more active lifestyle.
Well, it starts with you living an active lifestyle. They have to see that. You know, you have to set the example. So, again, for her whole life, she's been coming here, probably not really understanding because I'm dropping her off in the daycare, but it's always been around. It's always been a part of her life. So, it was really easy for me to transition her into that. But you have to set the example. If you decide to go on a run, take them with you. If you decide to lift some weights, make them a part of it. You have to lead by example. That's what worked for me.
Are we out running Dad now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
And
That's
I couldn't
awesome.
be more happy about it. I want her to be better than me in every way possible.
Oh, that's awesome. I love to hear that. I know my dad he played on the semi-pro level over in Europe for soccer. And then when he got older, he had a bunch of health problems, whatever. But I remember I have a very fond memory of being in the driveway. I was playing soccer and the ball didn't touch the ground for 5 minutes. He's dribbling it up in the air, and I'm so frustrated as a 5-year-old kid trying to get the ball, right? But it's great. I'm so happy you were able to put a good example. And for anybody listening, one of the best tips I can give to you is just try it. Try something, whether it's a sport or coming to the gym or doing those types of things, because, right, I'll ask you, Sophia, how has the gym helped you? Because, look, you're 14, right? You've dealt with annoying things. Hopefully not boys just yet, but, you've dealt with annoying friends and situations, or dad annoyed you today or whatever, or mom or whatever, right? How has the gym helped you mentally?
Well, as I said prior, like if you're having a bad day and you just come to the gym, like you fail a test or something like that, and you come to the gym, it honestly just makes you forget it, and it makes you feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
And, you know, like just working out, it just like makes you forget and just puts you in a better mood.
Yeah, you're releasing all those endorphins. You're just feeling better about yourself, right? So one thing, and I think I'm going to leave you with this, is I have said this many times on this podcast, and I know your father and many people listening will resonate with this, but what I want to challenge you with is that in your next workout, when Melody tells you, all right, give me 5 more, I want you to give her 10. When she says, give me 10 more, I want you to give her 20. Because I'm a big believer in people who push themselves to a limit that they didn't realize was possible will make the world a better place. Physically, though, I'm big on that, right?
Yeah.
Because when you're in the middle of the game and you took a slide and you're scraped up, or you got hit by a ball, or somebody ran into you in your class, you feel like garbage, right? But when you get back up and you push a little bit harder, right? Don't you feel 10 times better for it?
Yes.
And then your mood's better for it, and then you're treating people better for it. So give me 110% in that next workout, okay?
Okay.
And I'm telling you, you'll just be better than everybody else. And isn't that what we want? Like, no, I'm just kidding. But we want to just be better people. And I'm telling you, push yourself physically to the biggest and furthest limits that you can, and your life will be better for it. So, Jason, Sophia, dad, daughter, thank you guys so much for coming on the SignatureCAST. Do you have
Thanks for having us.
1 or 2 words to give our listeners at home, Sophia?
I would say that if you're thinking about trying to go to the gym or play softball or really any sport, just give it a try. I think it's honestly has a great impact on anyone.
And that's it for another episode of the SignatureCAST, where we talk bodybuilding, business, and softball, baby. Guys, we will see you guys soon for another episode. Thank you very much.
Thank you.